There we go. Hold on.
I reckon.
Sorry, you guys might hear me double for a minute.
Welcome to Kids on Bikes.
Kids on Bikes.
We got Airy hosting, and remember that donations. I should actually talk so they can see me on the captions. There we go. Even though it's doubled up. Donations will. It's so weird hearing my own voice. Donations will influence the game, and you can see that on the right-hand side above the kittens over there. Ari will go through that with you as well for the specifics. And also your donations will allow you entries into the raffle, and you can win things like this cute little mini die thing here. Ari, I'll catch. Whoop. Little die thing she knitted. It's full of mini dice. So things like that. A couple books for our own Jay Klum. He wrote a book about the 90s called We're Not Worthy. He interviewed 150 people, including folks like Carol Burnett and Mike Myers? I don't remember if Mike Myers was on that list. But I'm going to make shit up. But he's a lot of big names. A lot of big names, folks from the state, if you guys even remember that show. But, like, nice. And so he talked to them and wrote a book, and it comes out in September. He's giving away 2 copies of the first edition. So with that, I'm going to hand it on over to Ari.
Oh, you're muted, Ari.
Okay, here, Dan. All right. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us for the 4th annual thing. Meowrathon, there we go. So we're playing Kids on Bikes again. And yeah, I'm Ari. I live here in Boise, and we've been fostering cats for almost 10 years, I guess 9 years. I was yes, 9 years, thank you. I was a volunteer there before we started fostering, but yeah, we've had over, I don't remember how many we tried to count them up last year to see how many kittens we fostered in all, but a lot, like a lot. And we've ended up adopting 4 of them, so that's a small percentage. So anyway, I'm going to be the GM today, and this is only my second time. Well, second time GMing Kids on Bikes. I invented my own tabletop game for our homeschool program at my work, which went really well. So I'm looking forward to today. All right. And we have 2 more people that should be joining us, but we can start playing and rope them in when they get here. We're not counting them out. All right, Zoob, you can go next.
Salutations, creatures of the night. It is I, Zoob the Mad, and tonight I will be playing be playing Sterling, the local mall goth. But our town is too poor to actually have a mall, so it's a strip mall goth. I work at the spicy subject because this place can't afford a hot topic. But I like to be called Damien because I'm really cool. So.
All right, Vi.
Hello, my name is Vi or Rose. Either or is fine. And today I am going to be playing Olivia, the tough, punky bully who's keeping the other kids in line, in check.
And Dane.
Oh, God, he's frozen.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's back.
You are still muted, I believe, Dane.
That doesn't get you out of introducing yourself. I've tried.
Well, okay. So I can't just like freeze up and.
No.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe people's vision based on movement. I guess that's not really a thing. Hello, my name is Dane, Dane for short. And this is my third year, I think, doing this whole amazingness.
Yeah.
Excited to be back, and I will be playing Clayton Clay Johnson. He's a sort of farm boy worker, middle America type.
Were you in the FFA,
FFA.
or is our town too small for Future
think
Farmers of America?
Yeah, I think it might be too small. I
Damn
think they passed us over for the next town over, and we've
Aw.
never forgiven them.
All right. Yeah, we have our another person. So Simba, if you want to go and introduce yourself.
I believe you are muted.
There we go. Hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, I'm Dylan. Sorry for being a little late. Got times mixed up. But I'll be playing Irissa Matisse. She's sort of a ditzy artist type. She likes to rollerblade around town, putting up a bunch of art everywhere. She's a proponent of the Beautification Enterprise Global, or is it Bob? Beautification Enterprise Global. But yeah, she's like, she's like the middle lady, I guess you can say, whenever they need the town beautied up, she's always there to just do her thing. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here and ready to play a kind of mean girl type.
Hey. All right. And then when our last person gets here, we'll plop them in. But until then, I heard a puppy in pain. All right, so we start in the little town, village, kind of swamp of Holland Hollow in like New Orleans, Florida, or Louisiana, Florida area, and it's pretty much a dying. I mean, if it was ever a big town, which I don't think it was, but it's definitely dying now. And it's just a town in the middle of the swamp. Like we said, there's no mall. There's pretty much the only thing that, the kids can recognize on TV is like Applebee's. Everything else is off-brand. And despite all that, there is sorry, I have to, my notes are being covered by everything else. Okay. So this town in the middle of the swamp, the bayou, is kind of been infiltrated by a group. So it's kind of a group, kind of a nonprofit. They're kind of shady either way. And it's called the Bog Beautification Enterprises Global. And they've come in with lots of money, with investors and rich people and submarine enthusiasts, and they've come to kind of change the bayou in this area in a way that is appealing for rich people or people who don't actually live in the town. So we start at the town hall, which is right next to the former train depot that the BBEG tore down like last year and erected this ostentatious hotel, which nobody can afford that lives in the town, to even eat at the restaurant they have. And they have they call it the Holland Professional Center because it's got a convention like ballroom that has never been used because who's going to use it? Oh, Dan, remind me about donations. So during this Kids on Bikes game, you can donate money. It goes towards Simply Cats, but you can donate through Tiltify, which is nice because then we can do small increments. And if you do that while we're playing the game, you can affect the game. And I'm going to read from the list because I made Dan put it together. So if you donate $1, you get to choose somebody to re-roll any roll, like a player to re-roll any roll they make, and you get to choose whether they take the higher of the numbers or the lower. So that can count as a boon or a bane for our poor characters. $2, you get to increase or decrease the roll by 1d6. So the player gets to roll an extra d6 and either get worse or get better odds. It's up to you. Another $2, you could give players an adversity token, which players, I remind you, adversity tokens are things you get when you fail your check, whether it's an attack or a skill check or whatever. And then you can use those to help each other out later. I think there's a whole, some people have strengths, like which one? Maybe you guys remember. There's one where you get to like use 2 adversity tokens and change something.
I have a couple of those.
Yeah.
Like prepared.
Yeah. Oh, and like heroic means you can spend, without my permission, you can spend an adversity token to ignore a fear, or any of that. So that's like $2 you can choose to give a player an adversity token that they can use later. For $5 you can add an NPC and you can pick their occupation or motivation. So you could plop a teacher down that decides to give Olivia detention out of nowhere.
Sounds about right.
Yes. And then for $10, which is a nice thing, especially if they're in dire straits, you can choose to give a player any item, your choice. So, but be aware that you might give them something that might be, maybe they don't know how to use it. So don't, like, you could give them an abacus, but they don't necessarily know how to use it. You still have to roll. So anyway, yes, last year we had a couple fun donations during our game. So, all right, sorry, I forgot about that part. So right now the BBEG had called a town meeting, or no, I think, well, yes, they kind of precipitated a town meeting. So the town council, city council are meeting, but BBEG took over the meeting to do new business. And we have a friend.
We do, yes.
Yay!
Joe, you're muted. You're muted.
Muted.
Captain Crocodile.
Love your costume, man.
Thank you. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. How late am I?
You're good.
We're good. We're just
We
starting.
just went over donations.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right, sweet. Okay. Sorry about that.
Superheroes never late, nor are they early. They arrive
They're on time.
exactly
every
when they
time.
need to.
What?
Have him introduce himself.
Oh yeah. But you need to introduce yourself, your character, and your name.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Joseph. I'm Joseph Joe. He, him, and basically, I am playing the scout. I'm playing Jeff. What's my name? I didn't get my character sheet up here, but
Jeffrey. But
yeah, Jeffrey Hayden is his name, aka Captain Crocodile. I am the scout, and I like to, I go around the town helping, helping people out, fighting crime, and with my sidekick Shirley, an actual alligator. So, yep.
And I love your color combination, your nod to
And my mom,
the crayfish.
I wanted to get like green and stuff. My mom said I had to wear these. So.
Awesome. All right. So as I was setting up the Bog Beautification Enterprises Global precipitated a city council meeting and decided to interrupt the city council while they were talking in order to inform the town that their next project is going to be tearing down the Fisher Mansion. So the Fisher Mansion is a Victorian mansion set about maybe 2 or 3 miles out of town in the deep in the bayou, and it was a Victorian mansion that the owner, the president, the owner, I have been doing a lot of notes today. The owner got it from London, took it apart brick by brick, shipped it over to the States, and then had it reassembled in the bog, of all places. So it's been there since right before 1900, like late was it the 17th century? No, 18th century? I'm bad with centuries.
It was the 1800s, right?
Yeah.
Late 19th century.
Yeah, so like, when H.H. Holmes was, causing problems. So his name was Secretary John Charles Fisher. He was actually in a White House cabinet, where he was Secretary of the Office. He's the big lame claim to fame that Holland Hollow has. And it was his mansion, and it sat empty for almost 100 years, just, sitting there in the bayou, not really. It's got a groundskeeper that they've been keeping it up, and the only thing wrong with it is that like the rose bushes around it have all died, and kind of makes it look like Sleeping Beauty's castle. But for the most part, it's in the same condition as it always was. Nothing wrong with it, not worth condemning or anything. But where is he? I have too many notes. Oh, here it is.
I know the feeling.
Vernon Archibald, the CEO of the Bog Beautification Enterprises Global, has informed the town that there is no rightful owner to the area, the land, the bog area that this mansion is situated on. And as such, he's discussed with the city council that they have just as much right to that property, and he wants to buy it for like pennies. And they're going to take apart, no, they're not going to take apart brick by brick the way, Fisher did. They're just going to bulldoze the mansion. And then they're going to put up a very corporate art installation, a little park that's just art that they bring from other places that they've commissioned, and they're going to make a nice little art in the park in the bayou. And that's what this meeting devolved into. And of course, the whole town was furious. They were all yelling at this poor man who's just up there saying, "Oh, I didn't want to say this because you all get angry whenever we, the outsiders, do anything, and we're just here to beautify your home." and you got so angry when we tore down the train depot and when we put up that beautiful hotel. None of you have any appreciation for all the work we put into this place. You'll understand in the future. And as the city council is trying to get everybody under control, we swing outside, and outside on, it's like kind of kind of a little city hall square. It's more there's like patches of grass here and there in the square, but mostly it's like wood chips and bark. And then a few like really sad looking bushes, or like flower bushes, and a couple wilty tulips, and a lot of wooden tulips for some reason. And so also some benches, which a few kids are just lounging about waiting for their parents to get out of the meeting. And so let's see, Sterling, what are you doing in the green, in the square?
Well, I'm like sulking about and reading my comic book, The Corvid. It's totally not The Crow. People just don't understand. There's nuance. People just can't understand the artistic expression of this magnificent author, Richard Valens. You might have never heard of him because you're not cultured like I am. So I'm out here reading some quality literature and trying not to deal with the riffraff around me.
Your last name's Anderson, right?
Who told you that? But yeah.
So, your father is, excuse me, the president of the Holland Hollow Historic Hub, which are kind of the main organization that's working against the BBEG Corporation. And so I assume that's why you've been dragged to this meeting, because your dad is in there fighting tooth and nail to keep the history of the town intact.
It's just a stupid mansion. I don't know why everyone's so worried about it. Mansions fall all the time.
Clay, what are you up to?
Well, I'm probably on my 15-minute lunch break from the old job here. Just wearing my usual janitor's jumpsuit. It's pretty cozy, looking pretty sharp, feeling pretty pretty well respected around these parts. Just sort of munching on a sandwich, I think.
What do you have, like fancy stuff like mayonnaise and Dijon mustard, or is it literally like bologna and white bread?
Oh gosh, we couldn't afford anything so fancy. We dream of that's our Thanksgiving dinner right there. Mustard and mayo? Shoot. No, we got two, thin, wobbly slices of bread. Got some wilty looking lettuce, and yes, definitely some bologna in there.
Olivia, what are you doing outside this city hall?
Well, as I heard, there's a meeting going on inside, so naturally I'm doing what I do every time there's a meeting. Cranking the volume up on my amp and trying to drown out business going on inside.
That sounds very rebellious. And with that also, Captain Crocodile, you're not terribly fond of that amp.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Well, what I will say, Captain Crocodile is on patrol there. He is somehow snuck on the roof to the building and is kind of just standing out there, sort of like just the whole like the standing out there just like looking for crime. Currently, Shirley is elsewhere. We are communicating with each other to try and cover more ground. And yeah, as he does see this, he sees this like her setting up the amp. He's just like, it's my arch nemesis, Olivia the Oppressor. She must be playing that loud music to give all the old people heart attacks. I have to stop her.
May I suggest while you're up there that you are trying the best way to wear the utility belt you were just donated?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. So, well, I will say I have a backpack. Yeah. So utility belt. So I had before that, like in my backpack is filled with my gadgets. Things like I have the light beam, a flashlight, the slipper trippers, a bag of marbles. I've got some power snacks, which include a smush swish roll, bubble gum, and a Capri Sun pouch, and the apple that my mom always sneaks in.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, I'd say probably like maybe it's like one of those like I could say like he's got maybe like a karate belt or something, or a taekwondo belt tied around, and he's just got kind of like the flashlight just stuffed in there, kind of hanging out. It's gonna fall right out if he walks the wrong way. But
of course,
he's just like I'm ready for anything.
And Arisa, last but not least, what are you doing?
Out front, I'm making sure to paint a, beautiful painting on the walls in commemoration of this wonderful event. It's very adorable. It has our mascot on there and some beautiful children as well, just to kind of appeal to the sensibilities of this quaint little township, as they say. And as I am doing this, I look over and I see all the strange stuff that is happening. Some amps being put up. I believe I saw is that an alligator? Things are not going as I planned at all. No. And she like takes out her her paint brushes, but she kind of wields them like weapons, ready to like paint anyone who dares interrupt this beautiful event.
Also, as a note, if anyone who has seen the alligator, Shirley is also in costume, so she also has her own mask and cape. She doesn't really seem to mind it.
Is it the same colors, or is it like reversed?
I'd probably say she's got like a yellow mask and yellow cape that's just kind of like the mask is just kind of like just barely on her.
Oh yeah,
just kind of hanging off the side. The cape is just tied, but she's kind of like stepping on it with her.
Oh no. All right. So
she needs my help putting her costume on.
Yeah, I bet. So as you guys are doing stuff, you notice that the streetlights all go out for maybe like 30 seconds. You're kind of left in the dark, but it doesn't take long for them to flicker back on. You know, the grid is acting up. It's a warm night, or afternoon, I guess. And I guess they want to be streetlights, but whatever. Suddenly, like, the city hall the meeting lets out, and so there's a stream of like dozens of people. And they all go past you. Like, everyone's kind of like doesn't look happy. Like, grown-ups in this town are not usually happy, but they look more unhappy than even they usually do. You all kind of just hang out, and then a man who's kind of like a tall, kind of broad guy, older, must be in his like 40s, maybe pushing 50. He comes out and like takes the steps of City Hall like 2 at a time and just goes up to a trash can and just starts kicking it as hard as he can. And he just does it like 5 or 6 times before he looks up and notices all of you like staring at him. Go ahead.
Could you not, like, it's bad enough with the emo music being blasted outside the town hall.
Oh, sorry, kids. I didn't see you there. This is actually J.C. Matisse. He's Arisa's uncle, her dad's brother. And he's actually the groundskeeper of the Fisher Mansion. And it's actually been in the Matisse family to be groundskeepers there for quite a while. Probably since it was like re-erected. The mansion was, and so it's just kind of in the Batiste blood to take care of it. And they're artists. If Arisa is anything to go by, and this news about the mansion that his family's worked and bled and sweated for, the news of it being taken away is just pissing him off. And he kind of like steps away from the poor brutalized trash can and shoves his hands in his jean pockets and kind of kicks the ground. It's like, I don't know what we're gonna do, kiddos.
Life is full of a never-ending series of disappointments, and then you go to the great beyond. Goes back to reading my comic book.
I'll say Captain Cornell. A bit divided this time, but Shirley's keeping an eye on Olivia, so he will go up, approach this man, and just hop down and just roll in front and be like, "Well, you seem to be quite upset, citizen. Is there anything Captain Crocodile can do to help and lift your spirits?"
I think about at the same time, Clay would probably go over and be like, "It's cool, I got it," and start picking up the trash.
Irissa comes over and sees like her uncle kind of just downtrodden, he's just in an upset state, and she's like, "Oh, uncle, what is the matter? You look so upset."
This damn corporation coming in here. I don't know what we're gonna do, kids.
Oh, but the corporation, they could definitely make the place a little bit more beautiful, don't you know?
Yeah,
it's a little bad, but I mean, we can always work with it.
I mean, yeah, my mom says they're cool, so.
What's beauty without soul, kids? What's the point of corporate beauty?
Yeah.
It's not real.
Corporations ruin everything. Like,
I got bad news for you. This town is not going to have either soon.
So while you guys are chatting with JC, the CEO of BEG strolls out, his head held high, and he's got this kind of just air of entitlement, obviously. And he's in like a tailored suit. He's practically like floating down the stairs towards you guys. He's got a kid about your age on his right, who's like the whole time he's just sneering at all of you, especially Olivia. And
is there still trash on the ground?
Sure.
I want to chuck a can at his head.
Yes. You gotta do
Marissa picks up some of the trash and starts painting it, trying to make something beautiful out of it.
You gotta roll to see if he ducks or not.
All right. I assume that's fight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that works.
Sure.
Kind of imagine like Clay's picking up the can to put it into the trash can.
Well, that's not great because that's a 6.
Oh, I'm sure he wasn't even paying attention, and so you easily just nail him probably on the shoulder. You were probably aiming for his head, but you get him on the shoulder, and unfortunately there was even some soda in there. It splashed on his like designer hoodie. So he starts like glaring at you even harder. He's the son.
This perfectly good suit.
Hey, why would you do that? That
was so
I know why. It's because you're evil, aren't you?
Truly a villain.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, kid.
So that's Junior Archibald. He's his 15-year-old son, Vernon's, and he does not go to your school. He goes to a private school like 3 towns over. But I mean, the Archibalds don't even live in your town. So I don't know why they're tearing it up. But Junior starts to, head over to Olivia to, get into a tussle with her. But his dad like just yanks on his hood and turns to his left where Mr. Anderson, Sterling's dad, is shouting at him, saying, you don't even care about this town, sir. Like, what are you expecting to get out of coming in here and destroying all our landmarks? And Vernon just kind of like eyes the sky up and down and still walks slowly down the thing. He pats JC on the back as though they're like good friends. And he's actually really good friends with Arisa's father, JC's brother. And so they've known each other a long time. And he's known Arisa's mother's side of the family a lot longer. But he kind of like ruffles Arisa's hair and is like, "Oh, hey kiddo, how you doing?"
Oh, it's so good to see you. And she like gives him a hug. And it's just,
oh yeah, go ahead.
oh no, she just like gives him a big hug and kind of just as they're like embracing, she kind of like puts a little flower in his hair.
Well, then Archibald turns back to Mr. Anderson and is like, "I'm not trying to destroy your town. You're all so small-minded, narrow-scoped. Yeah, I'm trying to make this part of the world just as beautiful as anywhere else. Isn't that right, Arisa, my dear?"
Oh, absolutely. We can just add so many wonderful things to this town.
And
Like that icky bog water, we can turn it pink. We could put a bunch of glitter everywhere. Oh, it'd be fantastic.
And just think about how we can utilize that swamp area. I mean,
oh, we can make
honestly,
it into a lagoon. Oh, there's so many things we can do.
And the sooner it's done, the better. And Mr. Anderson kind of gets up in his face and is like, "You have no right. That belongs to our town." And Archibald kind of laughs and raises an evil eyebrow. Is like, "Honestly, you of all people, I thought you'd be a lot smarter being the president, is it, of the Historical Society? Nobody owns that mansion. They have not found the deed. There's nobody here to stop me from taking it over. And I intend to, by morning, we will have bulldozers out there. So you just stay out of my way, here?"
Does it stink all the time around you?
He kind of like glances at you.
Because your head's so far up your ass that all you can smell is your own crap.
Oh,
Nice.
Is
She said
this the kind of children y'all are raising around here?
Better than loser Hilfiger over here.
You got something with our attitude, Sha?
Sterling, your dad kind of snaps at you. "I'll handle this."
Oh.
And then he turns back to Archibald and is like, "But he has a point. Your head is up your ass, and we're gonna find that deed. It's probably somewhere in the library. You won't touch a hair on that mansion's head." He kind of like makes a little face because he knows he didn't make any sense, and then he kind of turns and strides off, leaving Sterling behind.
Dad, could I just handle the one-liners from now on? 'Cause,
Archibald kind of gives a disdainful look at all of you and then strides off, I guess, in the direction of the parking lot or something where his limo's waiting. Junior goes over to Olivia and doesn't pretends like he's gonna grab her, but then makes this like face like he's gonna get cooties or something. He's like, "You better watch it, kid."
The only thing you're gonna watch is the other side of a price tag, you freaking sellout. Get the hell off my lawn.
Oh, trust me, if I have anything to do with it, this kid's gonna be watching the grass.
He kind of like,
Yeah, do something.
Yeah. Right? He thinks about it. You can see the very slow cogs turning, but
Try me, Sha.
I think
What?
deep down he's scared of you, so he kind of just shuffles away.
Good.
Oh, they're headed to the hotel. That's where they're staying. They're the only ones that stay there. Now what are you guys doing? After hearing all of that.
So weird. There's like multiple bad. Are there like multiple bad guys here? It's hard to tell.
It's just capitalism.
Everyone's a bad guy when you're 11.
Well, kids, sometimes life's just like that, you know. Hard to see who the good and the bad is.
Oh, Clay, you're wise beyond your years.
But like, because like Olivia's mean, but like so are they. So
I'm the only good one here.
Yeah. Sellout.
Sorry, what was that? I had some paint in my ear.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
Do you taste a little sun around your mouth, considering you've been kissing his ass the entire time?
Oh, that's very rude of you to say that, Mr. Denim Face.
I'd rather be dead inside than dead in morals. You freaking turd.
I love art. I love this creative little town here, and people like you, and points at Olivia, are ruining it with your
I was
icky
literally
madness.
just standing here.
That's right. You're just standing there.
You wouldn't know real art if it hit you in the face, which,
My
judging
art.
by your face,
I am
I can arrange
related.
that.
I am of the Matisse family. I perfectly know every art imaginable. Have you actually seen the town that I've created? It's gorgeous and beautiful and amazing, and I'm going to make it like this forever, and there's nothing you or anyone else around here can do anything about it.
Are you
So-
colorblind, or are you just genuinely unable to see the fact that every flower you've planted has turned to brown?
There are clearly different colors right here. You might be the colorblind one here.
stop making me agree with Olivia.
Please.
Yeah.
JC comes forward, and kind of comes to his niece's defense, and is just like, "Oh, no, you do great work around here, kiddo. I just it makes me sad to think of that poor old mansion, just and the shit.
He just looks and he just looks over and says, "But that mansion, I will say, there is that curse going around. I don't know if you really should knock
Going
it
around?
down, though."
Well, everyone talks about the curse, and it's really like I feel like there is something down in that basement, but I don't think it has anything to do with a curse. I try not to go.
It's the curse, and they've got, don't you hear? They've got the fishers. Their mummified bodies will come out and haunt and just choke whoever's down there. And if you knock that down, you might release them upon the city.
He kind of pats him on the head and is like, "Jeffrey, you're a great kid. I think you should go tell Vernon all that. Maybe he'll believe you. But even if even if they don't love the mansion, Eden's Pond is part of that area. Are they gonna fill in Eden's Pond?"
What? It is? What? 'Cause
yeah, that's all part of the territory. I used to fix the fence around there, but everyone goes there. All you kids love going there so much, and Shirley needs to get in and out to protect her eggs. And
that's where. Oh gosh, that's where my base is. Where my base was till someone destroyed it, but I can't let them destroy it even more.
Yeah, well, it's looking, unless we find some way to stop them, I think that's what's gonna happen, kids. I'm gonna go get a drink, and then he kind of shuffles off towards the bar, which there are 7.
Captain Rose, I have to let them all know. It's like I have to let them all know. Let them know about the curse in Shirley's home.
Uh, why don't they just choke on the curse, and then all our problems will be solved? Then I don't have to do anything.
But like, if they knock the place down, the curse will be unleashed, and it'll go over it'll invade the entire town.
Jeffrey, there's no such thing as curses.
What? Yeah, there is. Shirley said so.
Jeffrey, do you also believe in Santa Claus?
Yeah? Who brings the presents?
Your parents.
No, Jeffrey. It's okay. It's okay.
Now that I think about it.
You want
Jeffrey,
a hug?
Give me a second to
It's
realize
okay.
what you just did.
Jeffrey, I think
It's
you need
okay,
to roll
little
for
guy.
grit.
Jeffrey is currently like looking over, like going over some things, like just doing like equations going through his head.
Uh,
um,
it's okay, champ. You'll be fine.
No, it can't be true.
Well, think about it like this. Just because Santa Claus doesn't exist, well,
Wait.
I think you can take this and use this to your advantage. Now, think about it like this. Your parents don't know that you don't believe in Santa Claus now, so you can use that against them. You can pretend like, oh, I don't believe in Santa Claus, or I do believe in Santa Claus, and then try and manipulate them so that they give you more gifts on Christmas.
Wow, your villainy never ends, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just being myself.
There's
Yeah, that tracks.
the outsider who just ruined something for the kid. Yeah, I'm sure that y'all have a lot in common.
At least I'm honest with it.
Oh, man. Well, I guess I'll have to. I mean, I did one of my teeth fall recently, so maybe I can ask the tooth fairy when she comes. When she comes.
Oh no!
I think that's a good plan. I think that's definitely something you should do.
You know what? I think one reveal is enough for today.
Back to the matter. What exactly were we going to do about the mansion? Kind of feels like having it being overtaken by the BBEG is more or less choosing between a turd and a polished one.
Honestly, I think this could be a good opportunity for me. We can go in, I can paint it up, I can make it look very nice.
Oh,
and
sorry,
then
that was my bad.
down.
When I started speaking, I meant it directed at everyone other than you.
Oh, of course, yes. Good to know.
So I do think, kind of jumping off of that, it's if we can all agree that it needs to be saved, I think us being, well-meaning children here sees value in something that obviously means
yourself,
there's
Chef.
value to be had, right? I think we all want to keep the mansion around.
Like I said, that curse and just the bayou behind it surely would not want that.
Yeah. That's apparently how you get mummies, and I don't really want mummies.
What are you
There's already
guys?
mummies down there.
That's what I heard.
You guys know that like all that stuff is fiction. Like there's a line between what's real and what's like mummies.
Was
Like-
Damien Ryder? What is his name?
I find myself as a positive nihilist. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
But yeah, like you got the line right of like real, and then you got the line of mummies, and then eventually you get real mummies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that just makes sense to me. If it's a line and a line, you got two lines.
I can't even begin to unpack everything you just said. Look, are we going to do something about this mansion or not?
Don't seem right to not doing nothing about it, I suppose.
I mean, I have to do it to save Shirley.
It's an excuse to screw over the suits.
Starts
Sounds
going
like,
through her paintbrushes.
sounds like a riot.
Maybe.
So the town librarian is coming towards you guys, and it's like, what did we decide? Is it like mid afternoon? I was thinking
Yeah.
night, but then Clay decided he's having lunch, so I didn't know when he has lunch.
I mean,
Late lunch.
you know,
Wait,
keep in
late
mind,
lunch, yeah.
this
Okay.
is a mandated break. I don't really get to choose when I have my meal. I just kind of call everything lunch. It makes it easier that way.
Oof.
It's a 15-minute lunch break, but it happens at
Oh.
8 p.m.
Clay, are they
That's
paying you
rough.
for your wages?
I mean, in their own way.
uh, you might like. You're like my age. Like, it's not like why. Whatever. Anyways,
Actually, not the librarian. The city council chair or whatever he's called, comes out and he like kind of looks at Clay. He's like, you're the kid working here, right?
I work here, yeah. I pick up the place, you know.
Well, we're gonna just let you take the rest of the day off, paid, because the lights keep going off and it's an insurance hazard, and the AC is obviously not coming back on. So we'll make sure you get some payment for today. But I think all you kids need to get on home because I don't really like the timbre of all our townspeople after Archibald and all that got out of hand. So I think y'all better head on home.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the time off.
And you kids, you don't ever go over to the mansion, right? That's not a place kids hang out, right?
you're
I
not
see
at-
people go to it all the time.
Oh yeah, I see all kinds of like, what are they? Drug dealers? I think they go there sometimes.
What?
Yeah, the last time I was over there trying to paint something, I saw some guys. They looked like they had like red eyes, and they're like walking into the building. I guess they were getting high.
Well, maybe it is a good thing that
Don't
it
even know how
gets
to respond to
tore
that.
down.
Now,
I have to keep looking. I'm gonna have to keep looking. Or what if? Wait, red eyes? Maybe those are the mummies.
are you sure
Trust
that
Sure, kid.
are you sure they're drug dealers and not just folk? Just like normal folk?
There's only one way to find out, I guess.
Are we having this discussion in front of an adult who
Yes.
directly asked us to go to the mansion to check it out, even though that probably
No, I don't want you to go over there. I'm just making sure, like, that nobody kids
Well,
don't.
at least I reported these nasty drug dealers to you, sir. So maybe you can take care of them. The goodness of the community.
I do believe this adult was telling us not to go to any mansion, and that the last thing we should want to do is go that way.
Yeah, it's probably a
Understood.
good thing we don't have the deed. It's probably a good thing that the Archibald and his company just tears down that place. Well, good talking to you kids.
You know about the curse? It'll doom the whole city.
curses aren't real, just like Santa Claus. We've been over this.
Yeah, and just like your comics.
Yeah, I know. That's called fiction. It's good fiction.
I don't know, but what about the curse of all the flowers in town?
Yeah, if curses ain't real, explain that.
Oh my god.
You're planting roses in a swamp.
Yeah.
Aren't they gorgeous?
No.
They are beautiful. We need more.
I think they'd be nice if they stay up.
I think they need to be planted elsewhere, or maybe some euthanasia.
Yeah, elsewhere, such as like Eastern Europe.
Yes.
But that's really far away.
Yes.
I hate how much I'm agreeing with Olivia right now.
Yeah, me too.
I wait until the librarian leaves.
Yes.
So that means we're going to the mansion, right? They indirectly just winked at us and said, "Don't go to the mansion."
Of course. That'd be place number 1.
Ooh, what a beautiful blank canvas for me to draw all over.
Well,
Like
at
I
least when
said, it's a place to riot against the suits. May as well go.
And I've got to protect Shirley, so he kind of just like does he does the whistle as you all see emerging from the bushes. You do see an alligator wearing a yellow mask and a yellow cape just walk out.
Trying
And-
to walk out.
Yeah, and he climbs on top of her. It's like, let's go.
Oh God.
Gonna
He's pretty slow. You'll get there eventually, little guy.
going to follow Jeffrey and Shirley at a nervous distance.
Yeah. Well,
What's wrong, Olivia? I know
Nothing.
Shirley scared you off that one time during our last battle.
Battle.
For the life of me, I just don't know how he does it. Clay will go with.
when I'm 18, I'm moving way the hell away from this town and never looking back.
That's fair.
That's the
Planning to
dream.
make it to 18. I like that. Aspirations.
Oh, before I go, hey Sterling, do you like the beautiful flowers I planted outside of your house?
No.
Oh, and your lovely parents. They agreed 100% with me giving them fashion advice. They look so gorgeous with their bright pink shirts. I think
Every
they'll
day is
rub up on you eventually.
Every day of my life is a waking nightmare, and the only thing I have to look forward to is being able to eventually move out or dying from this alligator that Captain Crocodile is riding.
Oh, well, if you do pass away, I'll be sure to put many flowers on your grave.
Nice.
And she skates away.
Yes.
Olivia is going
following
to
you.
trip her.
Can I resist?
Yes.
Would that check be? Would that be a flight?
I feel like it'd be if you're resisting being tripped, it'd be like a brawn
Okay.
versus a fight.
Okay. I got a 10.
What?
18.
I got a 10. Or 18.
Oh. Well, if she's like holding her ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was it?
I got a 10. I think she got an
18.
Ah. So. Wait, who was tripping who? You were,
I was tripping Arissa.
Yeah.
and you beat her.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess you go flying then.
You shouldn't just beat up random people, you know.
As soon as Arissa's face kind of hits the ground, Olivia is just going to stomp by and say, "His name is Damien," and continue walking.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think
she just kind of lays there in the dirt for a
Oh
bit.
no, little
It's like she hasn't even registered with her yet. She's just like, it's almost like she's a twig.
I
Clay will go
this
help.
performance art.
Yeah,
Arissa.
Captain Crocodile will actually go help and just. be
Yeah.
like, Are you
Same.
okay, citizen?
Oh, that was so clumsy of me. I'm fine though. A little bit of blood starts showing from.
Yeah, I think so. I
Oh.
think you bit your lip.
Oh my god. He kind of just takes the cape and just starts trying to wipe it out.
Oh.
Oh, you're so sweet, little guy. And she gives you like a little pat on the head, and she's like, "Hey, would you want me to paint your face? Like, at those carnivals and stuff? I can make you look like a tiger or a leopard or an elephant."
It's like I have other things to go to. I've got to stop the mansion from being torn down.
Of course, priorities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because you were so nice to me, I'm gonna go with you, little guy.
All right.
Watch your back.
Well, Shirley only lets me ride on her. Sorry.
Oh, I got my roller skates. See?
Yeah, things didn't end well for the last kid who tried to get on.
Well, I'll just follow from behind really slowly.
Oh, come on. She's really fast when she wants to be.
Sure.
So it doesn't take. I mean, it takes a little while for you guys to get there because it is very hot.
Right.
And hopefully some of you brought water. Although, you know, in that time period there weren't as many water bottles as there are now.
Just
I
sipping on a
guess,
Capri Sun.
yeah. A warm Capri Sun.
Oh yes. Oh gosh.
I'm sure you passed by, like, you know, an orange tree or something. And you kind of just follow Shirley, and she's taking you to Eden's Pond, and which is on the outskirts of the mansion's land.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm supposed to remind that donations, our viewers can affect the game with donations at, is it donate.meowrathon.com? Okay. Yay. So you're all familiar with Eden's Pond, but so you notice after JC has pointed out to you, you notice little bits of not fence, but like brick wall. You know, the kind of brick walls that are out around estates. You can see little bits falling down around the pond that you'd never really noticed before. But you wade through the moss that's just hanging from all the trees, and there's a large flat rock that juts out into very clear water, much more clear than the rest of the town's like swampy areas. And from there, maybe a few feet away from the edge of the rock is a small island that has lots and lots of native flowers and grasses, and it's just a beautiful oasis on this island, very different from the rest of the town. And there are dead roses and dead tulips and wooden tulips. And Shirley kind of wades into the water. I don't know if Jeffrey gets off her back or not.
he will. He'll just like he'll be swimming next to her.
And she just kind of goes and checks in on her eggs, which you guys don't. They're out of view.
Right. Jeffrey is on watch when that happens, just standing by, arms crossed, just seeing it.
You're very good. You're not the sidekick, but partner.
No, I'm the leader.
Partner and
the sidekick.
There you
go. So are we just going to ignore the fact that he's riding an actual alligator?
I'm a bit more confused as to why he's Captain Crocodile if he's riding on an alligator.
No, like
I do my best not to point that out.
No, wait, I'm the crocodile. She's the alligator. It's like we're a duo.
Oh, okay. Like, but was like Admiral Alligator taken or what?
That's a good
no,
one,
it's just Captain Crocodile is the one I came up with.
Jeffrey, you're a good kid, but like, you're gonna get yourself killed.
What are you talking about? I'm a hero. Heroes don't lose.
They do when they're riding a 30-foot alligator across our town.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I've seen him do this a couple times now. Seems to just sort of work out.
Must be his pheromones.
I will say this: if I were a ne'er-do-well, I would not mess with that coming at me.
If I wasn't anybody, I wouldn't be messing with that thing.
You are correct.
Look, the last thing that Captain Crocodile wants is to look weak, so yeah. I think he's doing a good job.
Don't worry. Shirley only bites bad guys. So as long as you are bad guys, you should be okay. Olivia, you probably should stay back a bit.
Says the man who, not 5 minutes ago, believed in Santa Claus.
Well, you know,
I'm
I've
willing
grown.
to trust the kid on this one.
So as you guys are bickering and Shirley is doing her thing, a little orange kitten like is on the, you see them on the island kind of just running through the grasses, and then you hear a little splash. What do you do?
Immediately, he assumes that the kitten has gone to the water. He's like, "Oh no, cats can't swim!" And he dives in, trying to find it.
Get back here, little guy! And like Irisa is gonna try and grab him before he gets in the water.
Well, we know that oops, wrong person. We know that Jeffrey doesn't care about his safety in regards to Shirley. Arisa, are you
I guess I'll just try and like grab him before he goes into the water, because you know.
Is that like would that be like a flight check or something, or
for you? For you, I think it would be. Ooh. If you're just diving in,
right?
I think that would be a brawn.
Okay. Brawn. All right. Do that. That's a 9.
Oh yeah, you're good. You
Would
kind
I
of
roll
like
to stop him, or just kind of let him do it?
just let it. He just dives in. Shirley is not. Well, at the moment, Shirley's not going to hurt him. And then,
Arisa was just worried that, like, you know, there might be something in the water.
Oh, that's. But it seems like he does this a lot. However, let's see. I think you should do.
Smells like seaweed.
Oh what? Oh yeah. Yeah, Arisa, it smells really bad, so be careful because you don't want to make yourself sick.
like she kind of looks like she's about to like help, and then like she smells. She's like, gross.
Ew. Gross.
Kind of rollerblades back. Just kind of like.
So then, if you're holding the kitten, Jeffrey, maybe you're trying to hand it over to Arisa.
What's the condition of this kid?
It's wet. It's probably like
he is
spitting, a little angry.
He's holding it like honestly kind of gently, like just putting like arms around, like kind of rest on its arms, and he's
yeah. Maybe
where'd you come from, little guy?
It just mews at you. Maybe once you climb out and maybe like try and dry it off with your cape.
Yeah, I could see that. Just throw it in the front, just yeah.
And then as you're drying it, you kind of hear a little mule, like a couple mules, and then when you open your cape, there's no kitten.
What? Did I felt it though.
Oh, it could be like a ghost kitten.
It's just like, yep. Duh. There's no Santa Claus, but ghost kittens.
Arisa is just she's something else.
That's the way of putting it.
Is it possibly another? Where to get? And he'll start like looking around, like looking for tracks or any kind of sign of it around.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna help with that, I guess. Is that a brains?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make the separate roll because I've got a D4 in brains. This is a kid. This is a kid who
You and me both, brother.
yeah, this is a kid who doesn't have time for homework. He's got to be doing superhero stuff.
Jeffrey thinks the ghost kitten is Santa Claus.
Wow.
We've cracked this
5.
case wide open.
Yep. 5?
5. Yeah.
5. Well, let's see what I got. Ooh, 4 explodes.
Ooh, explodes.
2, 6.
Hold on. I lost my notes.
Oh god, this thing is so itchy.
Yeah, I think you both succeed barely. You don't. Wait. You were wait. What were you doing? Looking for tracks or
Track
trying to
for any sign of
deduce?
where it went. Any clues of
got it.
where it could have gone.
You don't see anything. There's no tracks. There's a wet spot. Well, I mean, all of all of
the cape.
Jeffrey's cape is wet. But as you're looking at that, or as you're kind of looking around, you hear a little voice behind you from the island saying, "Where's my kitten?"
He turns around.
And there's a little girl about probably about the same age as Jeffrey. Only she's wearing much more old-fashioned clothes, and she's got like 2 curls on the sides of her head, and her clothes are like an old-fashioned nightgown that you might have seen in a movie or something. And she's standing there with her arms across her chest folded, and she's stamping her foot.
We just saw it. I just saved him. I just saved him from the water. Hey, wait a minute. Is he a ghost cat?
What are you talking about?
But like he disappeared when I tried to dry him off.
He's a barn cat.
Right, but like, does he also have ghost powers?
You are ridiculous.
Arista kind of like grabs Jeffrey to the side, and she's like, Jeffrey, I think this girl here is pretty bad news. She's like, I mean, look at her outfit. You know, I don't think we should trust her.
That begs the question: who are you, and why are you hanging around in a random bog?
And why do you look like you just came out of the 17th century? Like, some better clothes.
I live here. I came out here to look for my kitten. She stamps her feet again. And you are the ones who don't belong here.
You live in the mansion that no one's been living in for 100 years?
You're so weird. I live in the Fisher Mansion with my mother and my father and my little brother.
What?
How come
Wait,
we've never seen you around town?
I don't go to town. I stay in the mansion with my nanny. Now, give me my kitten.
I had it a minute ago, but it just vanished.
Ugh, you would have let it go. Well, I'm gonna have to go back home and then tell Nanny I lost another kitten.
What? You wait, there's more missing?
Well, they always end up back in the barn. I just want one to keep in my room.
I see. He looks says, "Don't worry, Captain Crocodile is on the case, and I'll find her. I'll find it." As he just turns around and just does like a little cape swipe.
Is there a barn on this property that we've seen?
That is a great question.
No.
Okay, I thought not.
Yeah, the only there's probably like a shed that has like tools and paint and stuff like that. But as for the other outbuildings, there haven't been any since you guys have been around.
Who's your nanny? Where's she at?
She's in the house, probably helping Mama. Anyway, I have to go look for my kitten since you let her go. Did someone answer your question? I missed it.
It's good.
Okay. So she kind of walks, like, does that like haughty twirl that little girls do, and like stalks back through the across the island and goes behind like a tall bit of grass and never emerges.
Wait, was she a ghost too?
I think she was a drug dealer.
I don't even know what to think anymore.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm with Olivia on this one.
No.
Yeah.
The both of you know that there's like more things that exist than drug dealers and ghosts, though, right?
I'm not certain they do.
There seems to be a spectrum between drug dealers and ghosts.
One of them,
Twain shall meet.
one of them lines.
Well, if they're really in that mansion, maybe we should go check it out. Maybe there's like a secret family that's living there.
With the mummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do mummies fit on the spectrum between ghosts and drug dealers?
Well, I mean,
Closer to ghost, little bit of drug dealer.
Oh no, yes. So while you guys are discussing,
okay?
not really. So while you guys are discussing that, a kid probably from like Olivia, you're only 14, right?
Yep.
Okay, so probably from Marisa and Clay's class. He's like, oh, Clay's 16. I thought someone else was 17. Marisa.
Oh, Arisa is 17, yeah.
So Marisa and Clay. How old is Sterling?
14.
Oh, okay. So yeah, older kid from one that's probably been held back a couple times. This will probably be his third time in your grade. He's kind of got, longish hair. He knows Olivia and Sterling because they shop at the same stores. He probably works at one of them. Probably not at the shit. What's your
The spicy subject.
spicy subject? He works at more of the grunge store. So he comes out and he's got like Kurt Cobain hair and wearing a flannel. And his eyes are red. And he kind of smells very spicy and something that you guys don't really, I don't know what your drug situation, how far away you keep from it, but he definitely smells like someone who's been to a music festival. And he kind of like pushes his hair back and he's like, yo kids, no, yo guys, did you just see that? Did you see that little short kid just now?
Yeah.
The Victorian girl?
Yeah. Thank God. I see her around here all the time. And my friends are like, dude, you need to stop smoking. And I'm like, no, I don't want to stop smoking. So,
But, like, smoking kills you, though.
Life kills you eventually.
What up, man?
I mean, it does make a bit of sense that you'd see her around here. She lives around here. So.
Oh, you must be a drug dealer.
Whoa, guys! I don't deal nothing. Like.
Oh, so you do the drugs?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're offering, but
Well, let's see. I got some money on me.
honestly, I just don't.
That might
have
help me be more creative, actually.
Could.
Let me see.
I don't
I forgot my
have
money
the
at home.
marketing skills to actually sell stuff. I'm not really good at word of mouth, and they won't let you put stuff in the newspaper about it, so I just smoke it myself.
Okay. Well, friendly neighborhood drug dealer, drug person, doer. What wise sage advice do you have for us unsuspecting kids?
Yeah, that's the high kid for advice.
I don't know if I have much advice. I just know, be careful for that kid. For one, she's got a smart mouth and sassy attitude, and for two, she walks through walls, man. And one time she was yelling at me about some cat that I didn't even see no cat, but she yelled at me about some cat, and then when she was running away from me, I tried to follow her, and it was a wall. And yeah, I can't go through walls.
Yeah, that's how physics work. I'll see you in algebra, okay?
I can help you through a wall.
Is that a euphemism?
No. I mean that quite literally.
You're just gonna throw him through the wall.
Yep.
I'm just relieved that y'all saw her too. There's none of my friends believe me that I've seen her.
How many more of you hang out in the mansion?
Depends. I mean, in the summertime, there's usually 3 or 4 of us, but the rest of them are working right now, and I got a trust fund.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that explains a lot about you.
Yep.
Red eyes and a trust fund.
Well, anyway, I gotta get back to doing some stuff, but hey, Cutie, he says to Arissa, if you ever want to hit me up for, some creative help, let me know.
First off, don't call me cutie. Second of all, I might take you up on that offer later.
See you later, Smokey. Don't burn down the forest.
All right.
So there's well, the girl can go through walls. Okay. So,
That's 1 point shifted on the ghost to drug dealer spectrum toward ghost.
Yeah.
I reckon you're right.
I remember when I learned about that in economics.
Look, if he had any more, he would think that he could go through walls.
I think he did at one point.
I agree.
Look, he's not exactly a reputable source, so, let's do this mansion thing, I guess.
Right. Come, fellow sidekicks.
Oh, we've been promoted.
Oh, nice.
Do we need to have names as well?
We'll workshop
Not
them.
going to.
I mean, you already have a name as for right now. This is like one of those issues where the villain and the hero put their differences aside to go up against a bigger evil.
One of them team ups.
Right.
I ain't nobody's sidekick, Sha.
So are you heading to the house, the actual mansion? Are you gonna go the front door or the back door?
What
There's
looks
a
more used?
kitchen door. More used, probably the back door.
Which one's closer?
The front door.
I say we walk right up and kick it in.
Are we trying to save this place? Why are we kicking it?
I do respect the
Oh, I never said I was trying to save this place.
It's
effectiveness.
gonna be so much harder to fix later, but maybe with that hole in the wall, I might be able to make something work. Actually, you know what? Try it. Try it, Olivia.
All I'm saying is, if we're supposed to
Man, you
not
even make
be
property
here,
damage not fun.
pretty good.
That's it. We're going to the back door. What were
Yeah,
you
I'm
saying,
not-
Dane?
I'm not sure kicking in the front door maybe is the best idea if we're not supposed to be here. While I
Except
appreciate
Olivia
the
likes property damage.
effectiveness of it, I just am not so sure that, like, maybe in this case that's the best angle to go with.
Fine. Makes everyone happy. We can kick in the back door.
What if we sneak in through the windows? They won't see us coming.
Who's seeing us coming aside from a bunch of stoners?
The ghosts, obviously, and the mummies.
What about the drug dealers?
Them too.
No,
I don't think we have to worry about the druggies as much as we do the ghosts.
we have to worry about the toker mummies. They start walking towards the back door.
Yeah, but they go really slow. They're not like those Dawn of the Dead stoners.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're at the back door. There's really only a padlock on the door as opposed to a door like lock. It wouldn't take much either using
Well,
like
I'll say he's Jeffrey is going to actually be climbing around, seeing if he can find any of the windows or seeing if he can find any other spots.
okay. Is Olivia gonna try and break off the lock? I'm sure there are some decorative rocks around.
I like the way you think.
I'm happy to help with that.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do any
Sure.
damage.
I don't want to kick in the door, but we gotta get this lock off somehow. And
All right, Clay,
I'm
you
working-
might find me something heavy and blunt.
I can do that.
Sterling's blunt.
It's true.
No different kind of blunt.
Can't use me as a battering ram.
Why not?
If we just throw Shirley out
Don't
the
tempt me,
door.
Chef.
Because we're not trying to create property damage.
Yeah, so do I need to roll anything to look around for something heavy and blunt?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think you could find something pretty easily.
Okay.
There's just a
Would
bunch
I
of
would
rocks.
I make do any? Would I be able to do any rolls to see if I can find any alternate entrances or?
Are
in the past?
you attempting to break? Like, are you trying to find one that opens, or are you trying to find a different way to open it? Is this
He's climbing around to windows and
testing the
yeah
lock?
testing them out. Maybe also occasionally like just banging on the board to see if there's any hidden entrances.
This isn't gonna work, but I'm gonna have Arisa take out her hands like this. She's gonna try and create the golden ratio to figure out an exact pinpoint location in order to infiltrate this building.
Oh God, you are a golden ratio artist, aren't you? That's not Olivia. That's me, Violet, hating that character.
Jeffrey, you need to do a brains.
Oh, good.
And then-
Dang. You just come. All right.
Look
Well,
at
maybe
that.
I'll get super lucky. That's a 3.
A 3. I think you're gonna be at it for a little while.
All right. Do I get a token at least?
Are you going to be trying, like, not just the first floor?
Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying everywhere. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on
Like,
the roof at one point.
You're climbing. Oh yeah, you get a aspirate or adversity token, by the way.
Yep. Missy.
But yeah, I think you're just are you climbing like the trellis of dead ivy and
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, like just like in Ocarina, like Link and Ocarina of Time, just going on the little vines and climbing all
Yes,
all
I
around
think
that.
you're gonna probably end up with a lot of splinters and probably a jammed finger and no open windows, nothing that's not painted shut probably. um Arisa, what were you doing?
So, some golden ratio shit.
Oh geez. Okay.
Man, the ghosts have really secured this place.
Meanwhile, Clay, what have you found?
She actually got a 6. So.
A 6.
Oh, that's full because her thing is it's brains, right? I would think, or would it be charm, or something of that
Well,
sort.
what are you at? Like, tell me.
Well,
what you're
she's
doing.
basically like, I guess you could say, like, using her imagination to kind of like use her art in a sense, and kind of like make it so that like she creates the golden ratio in her mind in order to pinpoint a location in order for her to get to the building. So I don't know if this would be brains because she's using her brains to calculate this. Like numbers start flying over her face, trying to figure out like what's the right way to get inside.
Because you're skilled at art, you would do a good job with that. But you're kind of like off in your own little world.
Yeah, she's just like spending the whole time just like calculating with her mind as everyone's just going about their business.
Meanwhile, Clay hands Olivia a big old rock. And then Olivia uses Brawn to see
You
if
got
she
it.
can...
5.
So it takes you a couple tries. And you definitely dent the door a bit. It's not just the lock. You kind of missed a few times.
Whatever.
So, yeah, you got enjoyment out of that.
Better opinion, chat.
And so are you guys? You guys go ahead and go inside. And I guess you get to decide if you want to call Arisa and Jeffrey.
Numbers keep flying. At this point, numbers and like diagrams have just filled her entire face. You just see that. You just see all.
Sure, I'm gonna find an entrance some way. Captain Crocodile's on the case.
Hey, Jackson Pollock and Death Wish. We got the door open.
All the numbers disappear. She's like, "Oh, wonderful. Let's go in. Come on."
He just kind of like scrambles down, like kicking his legs as he just falls down and.
Yes. Can you Bubba? Jeffrey, can you do a grit roll?
Me and my big mouth. Yeah, I can do a grit roll. That's a 5.
Okay, so your cape gets caught while you're scrambling down.
Oh no!
It only tears a little bit, but you're kind of like kicking your legs because you're hovering above the maybe 6 inches off the ground. And then you get it free, and so you just twist your ankle a little.
That's the 5th cape I've gone through this week.
That makes sense.
Don't worry about it. I'll help you with it. It looks great. It'll look great when I'm done with it.
Maybe if I tear up more, I can go for like a Batman look.
Don't tear it up more. It'll just ruin it. You gotta leave it as is, and I'll fix it.
If you say so.
Believe in me.
So you guys go in. The back door leads into the kitchen, which is definitely kind of farmhouse aesthetic, but what farmhouse aesthetic was based on, actual
farmhouse aesthetic.
Yeah. It was it's kind of set back from it'd be where just the cook would have worked, and so it's a little ways away from the rest of the house, kind of set there's closets in between so that the rest of the family would have their privacy. You can look around if you want, or you can head in deeper
Sure.
into the house.
See if there's any just see if there's any rare treasure around.
Arissa is going to start painting on the walls.
Does it look like anyone's been here recently?
It's definitely not dirty, but there are no dishes, there's no food. Like there's the electricity has never been really updated, so it's early century, like the button light switches, and old school chandelier on top of with the pot rack and stuff. So it does not look lived in at all, but it's clean and freshly painted.
Jeffrey is just opening up random cabinets and looking in.
Same.
And it's clean. There's like no rat mess. There's no crumbs. There's no, nothing that would, like, no flies.
Man, these ghosts really don't have to eat a lot.
They have a groundskeeper. They keep the grounds. It's in the name.
Hey, Damien, Olivia, look at my picture of you guys. Don't you look wonderful? And like she made like a big picture of both of you, but you're all like, you're not wearing any of your attire or anything. You're basically like wearing like all lovey-dovey, like it looks basically like a children's like commercial kind of, or like show like the Teletubbies, but you're like so like cute, like
You've painted this on a wall?
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? It's
Like
what you guys
Beatrice
need to
Potter?
be in your lives.
I am going to punch the wall.
Yes,
Thought we weren't doing property damage, but here we
Punching the
are.
wall.
that's her hobby.
Arissa started the property damage. I'm just going along with it.
All right,
Gotta admit,
Ron.
it is the
Maybe we'll
spitting
find a
likeness of
Is that
y'all.
Braun?
Yep.
Looks
My
just
Braun
like
dice.
y'all.
Yeah, if you're blind.
Where's my Braun? Here's Braun. 9.
Oh yeah, you punched the crap out of it. you punched it right into the pantry, so there's now a hole in the wall.
Good.
But it
Oh.
also, you happened to punch Sterling's face, and so his character, you're still there. Your painting is still there, but Sterling's face is gone.
Would I be so lucky? I'm gonna keep looking around to see if there's anything useful.
Yeah.
Arissa's gonna look in the hole to see if there's anything inside.
As you guys are doing that, somebody walks into the kitchen. Wait, hold on. Oh, I don't care. So somebody walks into the kitchen, and I guess everyone roll a grit to see if you're startled.
Okay.
That's a 2. Captain Crocodile is just immediately jumps in, is just trying to like get back into like the
It's
fighting.
great. So Arissa's just like, spills over her paint on the ground.
Ah!
That is a 6 for grit.
Nice.
17.
Nice. Damn.
She's the one who walked in.
Jane, what was yours?
4.
Okay. So I think that Arissa, oh yeah, if you didn't make it, so oh, hold on. Dan's giving me notes. So Clay, I think you're startled, but you do the whole like kind of macho, like like kind of kick the wall. You're like
Meant to do that.
Arissa
Yeah.
knocks over the paint. I think that's great. And you guys get adversity tokens. What happened
Yeah.
to you? Jeffrey, what did you do?
I was
you're-
thinking he would immediately jump up and let out a shiver, ah, kind of scream, but then like immediately like he just tries to shuffle back and like again gets in like the fighting position.
My
Excellent.
hero.
Mhm.
Olivia, what was
Don't
yours?
worry, guys.
Was a 6.
Okay, so you're good.
Mm.
So it's a woman who's about like, 5'3" or so, very like, she looks like she walked off the set of Friends. She's got the Rachel haircut, and she's holding a rudimentary early generation selfie stick. And it's but the like thing on the end is not camera or a phone, obviously. It's like a digital camera. Or I don't know how it works. It's more like one of those grabber things. Or every time she has to like click on it and then put it out in front of her. A monopod? Oh, yeah, that works. And so she walks in and she's startled to see you. And she's like, "Oh, there are children here. What are all of you doing here?"
Before we answer that question, where do you rank on the grand spectrum between drug dealers and ghosts?
I think she's she reminds me of Rachel from Friends. She looks great. I like her hair.
I'm an interior designer.
I'm a bit of an artist myself.
I guess closer to drug dealer? What are all of you doing here?
Are you the one turning out like his eyes red?
No, my eyes aren't red. I mean, this is a red eye. This has red eye reduction in it. She gestures to the what is it called? Disposable camera.
Oh, those things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm here looking at, the design of the mansion. No one told me there would be kids here. Are you on a field trip?
Yes.
Yes.
In the middle of the night, without a chaperone.
Since you're a designer, I could help you with this place. Like, I've got some art around town. You've probably seen them. Irissa, Matisse, you know me likely. But I can help you if you want. And this house here, it could really need some like work. She kind of goes over towards her and kind of like puts an arm around her neck, and she's like, we together, both of us can really make this house look good again.
And she like looks at the paint on your hands and on your pants, I assume, because you knocked it over, and looks at the drawing on the wall. I think I'm good.
Listen, the hole wasn't there before. She
put the hole there?
Creative license.
Now, Miss,
can't prove that.
I didn't catch your name.
It's Lydia.
Miss Lydia. We're here on behalf of the city, taking a survey, just kind of getting the lay of the land. I work for the city, and we're out here, making sure that everything's up to code and, everything's all good.
Aren't you like 12?
Respectfully, I'm 16.
Oh, well.
I'm like 17, so I'm almost an adult. So.
Well, I'm just here trying to get the lay of this land, and I didn't know you all would be here, but I am almost done. So if you would just let me do my thing, I'm going to be going upstairs. So maybe you all could go downstairs.
I got a charmer. I can't let this opportunity pass.
Okay.
But before you go, could I come with you? I mean, together, both of us can really make this place look great.
Yes, take her with you, please.
Please.
Oh crap. Okay. Roll a charm.
All right. 9.
Yep. Well, I mean, I guess I could teach you a thing or two. Fine, come with me. You
All
can hold the
right.
camera. Give me just a
I
second.
don't know. Hey, Jeffrey, you can like come with us? You can hold the camera.
Is the reroll? Are they taking the high one or the low one, or does it matter?
It was Dane, so I'm gonna guess
Okay.
high.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, just so everyone knows, you can write it on your paper or something. You each get a reroll,
Ooh, sweet.
Ooh,
or
Nice.
two rerolls. Excuse me.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Mr. MC, could we take a bathroom break really quick?
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break if you guys need to.
Perfect.
Sorry, I'm cursed with small bladder.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right.
I had a lot of coffee.
cut the break.
Are the kittens on screen?
Oh my god, that thing is so itchy.
Captain.
Ready.
There we go.
Okay. So, where we left off, changed the direction on my screen. So there we go. Erisa. I can't remember her name. Charmed her way into hanging out with Lydia. So they are gonna head upstairs to take a look at some of that, like, I don't know, the bedrooms and bathrooms or something. So that leaves the rest of you for what are you gonna do?
Guess we'll check downstairs if there isn't anything else on this floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a dining room. There's a couple closets. Probably a couple small rooms like a butler's room and the cook's room.
Sounds like we gotta split up and look for clues.
The old Scooby-Doo way
Yeah.
of handling things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's we'll say a basement, a ground floor, a second floor, and then an attic. But the basement's like a furnished basement, so, and that's where the mummies are, according to legend.
We got to make our way down that way.
Okay.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So Lydia and Arisa head upstairs. Lydia's kind of like just side-eyeing you because you won't stop talking. And she's not from these parts, but she does know the Matisse family name, obviously. And she knows your uncle because he's the one that let her into the house. He even loaned her some keys.
Are these keys apparent? Like on her person? Like, are they just dangling onto her side, or?
Probably in her purse.
Okay, so she can kind of hear like some keys maybe wrangling around.
Yeah, probably.
So Irisa is like, so like, you got like a lot of stuff to like investigate this house, right? Like keys and things like that.
I suppose.
I was wondering, can I like borrow like a few of them?
A few of my
The keys? Yeah, like maybe some for like the basement or something.
Oh, well, I suppose. I've already been in the basement, so.
Ooh, is there anything
I
good down there? Anything like nice?
You mean like gold bars and mummies? No, don't waste your time.
Maybe there's like a secret passageway though that can lead to like stuff.
You really are a child, aren't you?
I'm like 17. I'm a child.
Well, I'm 25, so I think I know a little bit more about the world than you do.
Oh, really?
Really?
Prove it. Can you prove it? Huh? Can you prove it? Can you prove it?
That top does
Faker?
not match. You should not be wearing like pink plaid with a paisley orange top. It's
She gives her like the eye of death.
Oh shit. Anyhow, you said JC is your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here, just give this back to him. I don't have time to go back into Holland Hollow anyway. So she hands you the keys.
Thank you. I'll see you later. She like
I thought
like
you
a
wanted to
menacing like stare, and then kind of just goes downstairs.
Is she going backwards down the stairs?
Yeah, backward roller skate backward.
I forgot she had roller skates on.
Bouncing up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do we just hear
that's
like
your
thump thump
thump
thump
thump.
thump thump thump?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you guys?
Oh, deep joy. She's returned to us.
I've got like
Yeah.
some keys and stuff I was able to get from that lady upstairs. So like, we don't need to break every door now. Okay.
Well, I figured why won't we stop with the property damage? We've clearly opened that hole.
Well, if the whole thing busts down on top of us, well, we'll be dead. So, I kind of want to avoid dying today. Though someone does, never mind. Let's just like look around and stuff, okay?
So is she a
With the
ghost
keys
as
now.
well? Did she disappear?
Oh, she'll be a ghost soon.
Dang.
Oh.
Did you kill her?
Oh, I said soon. Sorry, she's still alive.
That
Should I stop this?
I don't even know anymore.
I have no earthly idea.
So while you guys are kind of pondering that, you hear like, I think you're like in the hallway heading towards the living room, or the sitting room, I guess. And you hear, and then like kind of running footsteps coming from the sitting room.
Like the brave hero he is, Jeffrey immediately just starts runs to the living room and tries to find where the. Are you okay? Is the ghost here?
Do you all follow him in?
Or
Come on, sidekicks.
Oh.
I don't even care anymore. I just follow him.
So there's a couple bookshelves with old books, still kept in nice condition. There are a couple like settees and like a wingback chair. It looks very old-fashioned and clean, and there is a roll-top desk, and set against like across from like a large fireplace.
But no ghosts.
No ghosts.
Not yet.
Anything in there?
He will where could she have gone? And it's just he will look up the chimney of the fireplace.
Like go over to the floor to ceiling curtain and go ha.
Yeah.
No ghost.
I'll be taking out my flashlight now and just looking around as well.
There you go.
I just have fully become Pajama Sam at this point.
nice.
You find anything up there, Captain Crocodile?
Not yet, but wherever she's hiding, once she is caught by my light beam, she'll be captured for sure.
No one escapes the mighty arm of justice with you on patrol.
Of course, thank you.
Anytime.
Did you guys want to look in the desk or through books?
Desk for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can't resist a good roll top desk.
Yes. They're very fun. When you roll the desk, the top up, it kind of sticks a little bit, but then with enough force you can push it. There's some stationery, a quill pen, a bottle of ink that's mostly dried up. In the little pigeonholes are old. There's what is it called? Not a receipt book, but like a ledger type thing that just
Mhm.
has a few things. It's kept like JC kind of keeps it like a museum, sort of. He has, bigwigs or historical people or like scholars come through and check it out, and John Charles wasn't a super important figure, but everyone has their place in history, I guess. So he has left some correspondence in there. Did you you can read it if you want. It's old fashioned, but it like from the 1900s, so it's not that hard to read. Now, if it was nowadays, you wouldn't be able to read cursive, but
My only weakness: swirly letters. Now,
and manual transmission.
True. Damien,
Yeah.
this seems to me like the kind of thing that would have like a secret bottom, or like in the spy movies. You know what I'm talking about?
You want me to commit property damage to find a hidden compartment?
Not necessarily. No, I'd like to leave the desk intact. But do you have any ideas on?
You just
You
have
seem
to
like
be,
you might know
full-
something about something.
Is there like a bust or something that like you can like fold the head down and press the button?
You guys watch way too much Scooby Doo. I'm gonna brains, I guess, and see if we can case the joint here.
Okay. How are your brains? Not
They're
bad.
all right. They're an 8, one might
Not
say.
horrible.
Better than mine.
They're a
Yeah,
3, actually. Right now.
Oh man.
Oof. Hey, we have those rerolls.
Yeah, you have rerolls, and someone
Oh.
might have an adversity token.
Mm,
You don't have any huge like time constraint.
true. Could I attempt to do this again? Does this count as a planning roll, I believe?
A what?
Like a premeditated roll as opposed to a snap decision roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you guys
So-
have a little bit of time to like.
Yeah. Ooh, that one's even worse. That's a 2.
um.
Well, in the grand conspiracy between hidden compartments and the case of the occult desk, I have come up dry, Sherlock.
Well, so what was your? Oh my God. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts. What was your roll?
That was a dose.
What was your? Oh, okay. What was your first one?
A 3.
A 3. Okay, so it's not. Oh, okay. So I think you fail, but not too badly. So probably what happens is, well, what were you trying to do? Like describe to us.
Patting it down for some sort of hidden compartment or hidden release lever or something.
So probably what happened is you found a bit of wood on the desk that was broken, and or like loose, and you broke it a little more, but it really did not help you in any way. So you committed property damage.
I'm sorry, Clay. It appears that vandalism can't solve our problems this time.
I said not. It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe
It's
if
fine.
we just pull every single cupboard, there's bound to be a switch in one of them.
If we just
Because
keep pulling,
he's running over and he is just continuously pulling out all the different shevers and like do the same thing he did with like on top of the house. He's like climbing on top of the dresser and just like banging on top of it.
On the desk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent idea, Jeffrey. We can definitely compromise the structural integrity of this place even further.
Yes.
I don't know what any of those words meant, so.
Do a brains, Jeffrey. I'm sorry.
Right. Man, I really should have put more thought.
You can't charm your way into a desk. I'm sorry.
2.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna use one of my rerolls.
Okay.
So. Come on, Lady Luck. Well, that's a 1, so Lady
You
Luck clearly
hear
has it out for me.
you hear a crack.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Dan. Adversity token.
Uh, yes, don't forget about that. So the roll top of it has definitely come off and splintered a bit. It'll take a tradesman to fix this. However, now you can take the roll top off.
Hell yeah.
Quickly.
Failing upwards.
Should
Good job.
Should you just let Olivia do it?
As you said, there's like, wait a minute. It's been real quiet. Is Olivia still here?
What are you all up to?
Alternatively repairing the premises.
Sorry, what needs to be broken?
We need to find the secret entrance.
Where haven't you tried yet?
They all stare at the desk.
Yeah. It's
Well-
a real head scratcher.
You got it. Olivia is going to walk up and is going to just swing her foot up and then just bring it down heavy on the center of the desk.
Wait, I think I found the right key.
Drawn?
We need a brawn check.
Got it. That's a 2, so I'm going to reroll that.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're using them up.
And that is a 10.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Finally.
Don't you get to explode it?
Is it a D10?
What? Yes.
Oh, it explodes. Yep.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, that
You roll it again.
you
You
roll
add
it
to it.
again.
Oh, cool.
You might do more damage than you even intended.
That
Yeah.
is another 10.
Oh shit!
Oh, you get to reroll it again.
And an 8. That's 28.
Oh, kick.
Olivia just rides up. Yeah!
I don't know whether to be impressed or
Splinters go
terrified.
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Shrapnel.
There's ripples in the pond as everyone in town suddenly feels the ground shake a little bit.
Well, the desk is cleft in twain and kind of
Nice.
fall. It stays in place for a second before both halves fall apart, and out plops a leather-bound journal.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
I must be really strong if I can survive an attack from her.
I mean, that is one way to do things, I suppose.
Wow, you're like a one-woman wrecking ball.
You know what? I'll take that.
What have you done? You all turn, and the little girl from the lagoon is behind you.
Creative license.
It's
Creative
you.
The drug dealer.
Papa is going to be so furious at you. That's his desk.
And
Well, was.
Yeah, past tense.
But
And that she comes, she kind of walks around you and stands in front of the journal. You can't look at that. That's Papa's personal writings.
Oh, it's important. Cool. Grabs journal.
You go.
The quest item.
yeah.
You just put your hand right through her.
Yeah.
Oh, you are the worst guests we've ever had. You're even
We're
worse than those ladies with the red eyes.
Wait, you know about the ladies with the red eyes?
Yes. they sneak in here and they make it all smoky.
Must be the ghosts.
Or the drug dealers.
Give me Papa's journal. She like holds out her hand.
I'm just gonna how tall is this girl?
Probably what, like 4 feet?
Sure.
She's 11.
I assume I've got a
Oh,
decent
yeah.
few inches on her. So I'm just gonna stand there and just dangle the notebook over her head out of
Oh,
reach.
so mean.
Aw, damn.
Such a bully. And then she sips her tea.
Mhm.
Oh, just you wait. I'm gonna tell Papa. And then she turns and storms off and disappears through the fireplace.
I hate to say it, but I think she's a ghost.
I told you.
Not a drug dealer though.
What gave that away? The walking through walls or my hand literally passing through her?
Just read the book.
You got it, Sha. Yeah, I'm going to leaf through the book to see if I find anything interesting.
You catch words like Washington and the president and lots of mentions of his dear Emmeline and little Kitty and his dear son Charles. And are you if you stop somewhere, just let me know where you stop. Middle, beginning, end.
I don't know. Flip open random page, probably somewhere in the middle.
So oh god. Dear diary. With a heavy heart I went and told Calvin. I don't know which president it was.
Calvin Coolidge.
Yes. I told my commander-in-chief that I was going to have to resign, and well, I do agree with him that it's a really wonderful opportunity for my career, and I was possibly on the track for his job eventually. I really must get back to my poor Emmeline. Her, according to, I don't know, Jeremy, her mind is slipping more and more with each passing day. I hear that there's even rumors in the town from the townspeople hearing her ravings, and I can't leave her alone for much longer, especially with the children there. Love, John Charles. No.
This seems fishy. Someone from an older time who actually a father, no doubt, who cares about their family.
Oh.
Wow. That's a whole warehouse to unpack.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, the state of millennials. Oh.
All right. Well, Ghost Kid tried to stop us from reading the book. It seems like we've confirmed that she is in fact a ghost on the ghost to drug dealer spectrum. So, what do we do now?
I think we'll find more in the basement.
Deep joy.
That's where them mummies
Love
are.
your
Yeah?
enthusiasm.
You hear thumping on the staircase, and Lydia comes down in all of her pomp and Aquanet and like is brought up short seeing all of you in the living room, and she kind of looks over at the desk. What? Oh, that was not like that when I was here. I
Yes,
am
it
not being
was.
blamed. I am not
Yes, it
being
was.
blamed for that.
That was like that right when you got here.
It was not, and don't you
Oh,
dare.
it definitely was. Yeah.
Oh, give me this
Yeah.
keys back. Give me
Yeah.
this keys.
It
I'm
was
going
here.
to see your uncle right
No.
now.
No, you're not.
Oh.
No, you're not. I'm not giving them back to you because you broke this. I'm going to tell my uncle about it, and you're going to get in so much trouble.
Ugh, I knew this trip was gonna be not worth my time. Ugh, first that cat like jumped on me, and now I've got orange hair all over me, and now
What?
you
A
children.
cat?
Ugh, yes, a cat. Your uncle could have told me there was a cat living in here.
Oh, if you're looking for the cat, I think he's in the basement.
Ugh, I've
Can you
had
go check
more.
for us?
I've had more than enough of this place. Thank you.
Where did you see the cat go?
It was, I don't know, it was in the back of the house by the basement stairs. Ugh, excuse me. And she kind of like, she has more than enough room to go around to get out the house, but she wants to go through all of you. Excuse me.
You've got a
You
whole
can
room.
just go out through that way.
Ugh, children, they're so disrespectful nowadays.
Yeah, well, you're no spring chicken yourself.
Oh, she slams the door on her way out.
Property damage.
I don't know that that lady knows how rooms work.
All right. So the cat must be in the basement, so that's where we have to go next.
Yep.
Let's do
And
it.
he will rush off there, spraying his cape like wings.
Oh.
He's gonna have a complex when he grows up.
He has a complex now.
Yeah.
To the basement, I guess.
In a point of order. As you're walking towards the basement. Oh shit. Okay. As you're walking towards the basement, the little girl pops back up. I can't find Papa anywhere, but I still want you to give me his journal.
Have you checked? Did he mention anything about buying cigarettes and milk?
Papa doesn't smoke, and we have a cow for milk. What are you talking about? None of you make any sense.
I mean, my dad is still out getting that stuff, so you know, maybe they go to the same store.
Out of curiosity, what year is it? I say to the girl.
Well, 1900.
Try 2000.
I do not understand you all. Like, this is why Papa has me stay in the house and away from weird townspeople.
Are you stupid?
No. My governess says I'm the smartest kid in the house.
Are there any other kids in the house?
Yes, Charles.
So exactly one other.
Yes. One. I'm still smarter than him. But
And
he's just
you
a
stay
baby.
with your little brother. How old is he?
He's about to turn 1.
A victory by default is still a victory.
See? The scary man knows.
The hell it is.
I mean, look, I have bad grades too, but at least I admit it.
What do you all want here anyway?
The deed to the house so we can get out of here.
Also, I think your cat's downstairs.
Really?
That's what the angry lady said.
Oh, her. I tried to push her down the stairs. It didn't work.
Why would you do that?
She was going through everyone's room, and she touching stuff.
Honestly,
Not okay.
girl, I'm with you. I'm with you. She's really mean.
But at least she didn't break Papa's desk.
But she did do that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, she broke the desk.
Just
I'm
go
sorry
ahead.
about
Yeah,
that.
she definitely broke it.
Well, didn't you find the deed in the desk?
No, all I found was the diary.
Well, Papa puts. Oh, I shouldn't tell you about that though. She turns and walks away.
Wait a minute. But he, as Captain Crocodile steps in front of her. But let's say maybe if someone was to steal the, someone was trying to steal from the diary, and we were putting it in a different page, so they look in the wrong spot. Where should we look?
Well, there is the lock box in the basement, but I'm not supposed to tell anybody about that.
You didn't hear it.
Nope.
Oh, a lockbox? So you're saying that it's locked, huh? Well, I got a bunch of keys here. Any of these keys opened it up?
It's a combination lock.
Oh.
Ooh, cool. What's the combination?
I'm not supposed to tell.
But
Hun,
I'm a superhero. You can trust me.
And what's this combination lock made out of?
I don't know. Do you want me to show it to you?
Yes.
Fine,
Take
but
a
you have to.
citizen.
You have to help me find my kitty.
Of course.
Fine.
So she starts towards the basement, and it's really dark, and like everywhere else, the electricity does not
I've
work
got the
very
light
well.
beam out, so.
Yes. And it's kind of one of those stairs where it's like it goes down and then turns and then goes down and turns. So it's like not exactly a spiral staircase, but it's in like a square. And each time she like turns the corner, she kind of flickers invisible and then flickers back.
So do ghosts eat apples or anything?
That's a good question. Does anyone have ghost kibble?
Wait a minute. I have alligator food in my pack. Is that what ghosts eat?
you're gonna feed a ghost child alligator food.
Not the child, the cat.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just so used to the insanity that like now I don't question anything anymore.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, maybe I can like leave it out.
Ooh. Is it like
And don't worry, there's actual cat food mixed in there as well. Believe it or not, my mom actually doesn't have much alligator food, but Shirley doesn't mind eating cat food.
Shirley's not picky. I like Shirley.
Oh, the alligator, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know, she's actually part of my team. She's my sidekick.
Sidekick? You don't kick alligators, and you don't kick kittens.
No, like.
Oh, you really are stupid, aren't you?
No.
Wait a minute. What kind of superheroes were around? Oh, he looks like what superheroes were around in 1900?
William Blake.
H.H. Holmes. No.
Oh, she's my Watson. Yeah.
Oh, Watson. I think my nanny read those to us.
Yeah.
How old is this alligator? Am I the only one who's worried about how old this alligator is?
It's trying so hard not to question it.
Heroes never die.
So in the basement, it's kind of like it's a dirt floor, but it's nicely tended, and it was like has shelves along. Obviously, it was used as a root cellar or something. So she kind of walks over to a shelf area. She's like, it's in the wall behind this shelf.
Thank you.
Someone want to move it?
I'll move it. Yeah.
You know, I've kind of accepted at this point that stuff's going to get broken. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we'll just rebuild it after we are done breaking everything.
There you go.
I will try to move it before we just break it open.
Break it.
Yeah.
You doing a brawn?
Sure. 9.
All right. There's minimal breakage. You like kind of it does that like horrible sound where it's like when you're moving something heavy and it kind of like goes do 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 do. So it's probably shredded the bottom a little bit, but for the most part you were able to move it. And there's kind of like dirty tapestry, like not tapestry but like just cloth hanging there, and you can just take it down, and inset into the wall is a safe. And it's got a combination, but it looks old. It's probably, it might be made from steel, if anyone wants to check.
All right. Well, he will. He say like, I can't remember my own lock combination, but I have knocked it open a few times. So he takes out a thing of gum. It's like time for the power snacks to go into effect. Starts chewing the gum, and he's like, he faux cracks his knuckles. Doesn't actually crack them, but does this. And then he will wind up and try to kick the safe.
Okay. What would that be?
Brawn?
Difficult.
Yeah, it'd have to be a very high brawn.
All right. It's a good thing I'm decent at brawn. Come on. I've had bad rolls all night. Can this be my one good one? That's a 7.
Good.
Oh,
Technically is good for that kind of dice.
what were you doing? You were trying
just trying to like kick the door open.
Okay. It really doesn't do anything. It just kind of glares at you, an old safe. If somebody is prepared, they could turn adversity tokens in.
Ooh, I am cool under pressure.
Ooh.
Perhaps we could do something with that.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, I actually I need to look back at what my stuff does.
Maybe if
Would this be a probably brains, right?
yeah,
To crack it open.
totally.
Okay. So, what we'll do is, unless anyone has a better idea, obviously, floor is open.
I don't know nothing about no safes.
Great.
What's it made out of?
Zubier, do you have any adversity tokens?
I don't.
Oh.
I've got some to spare if like you want my like help out, like breaking it open. I've got 4.
Ooh, okay.
Jeffrey's also got prepared if he wants to turn 2 into something that he could like pull out of his backpack for you.
Oh yeah, something like.
Oh yes, yeah.
I'll use 2, and I'll say like maybe this will help. The secret shiv, as he pulls out a screwdriver, flat-headed.
Nice.
Secret shiv. Okay.
Listen. My dad's been gone for a long while, so I've been using that time to just go through his tools.
Jeffrey, I'm
Oh,
so
if you're worried about
sorry.
him knowing the word shiv, I taught it to him.
You know what? There is a Santa Claus. Christmas is coming early. Brains 7.
7. So I think this thing is so old,
Mhm.
and nobody knew about it. Like, not even JC. And so I think you'd be able to, like, utilize the screwdriver and kind of like with all of you working together, I think
Yeah.
you could. There are like big old hinges on the side, so maybe you could like hit the screwdriver to push the hinges up
Mhm.
and get the door off that way.
Cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
So it's a pretty thick door, so it might take a couple of you to pull it down off the hinges.
Help me with this, Farmer John.
It's not my name, but
All right, so you
Okay.
move it to the side.
Is that your hero name?
Inside there's
maybe.
what?
Oh, I said maybe.
Inside is a leather, like one of those, a folder, but like an old one. And that's all.
What's in the folder?
You want to pull it out and look at it?
Yes.
What's in the box?
So this is the only place in the house that does have dust. And you kind of blow it off the satchel and unwrap it, and inside is like several like gold coins. So it's not gold bars, but there are gold coins. Probably enough for each of you to have a couple. And then there's a little packet of letters. One of them is, or not letters, but like documents. And one of them is, or some of them are birth certificates. One for John Charles, one for John Charles II, one for Catherine Rose, and Emmeline. And then there's a death certificate for a Catherine Rose, and papers from like an institution, like an asylum, that are intake papers for Emmeline Fisher. And then under all that is a deed to the property that you guys are standing on.
Are you kidding me? And I just like stare at it, uncharacteristically breaking monotone.
What? What's any of that mean?
This means we own the house.
Yo, we can turn this into like this could be the crocodile cave.
Immediately, Arissa, you know, like two people share a room, and then the one person's like, "I'm gonna split this room in half." Immediately, she takes a paintbrush. She starts like trying to take big stretches of the house that are to herself.
Wait, if we own this place, does that mean I've been breaking my own shit?
I reckon
Evidently, but
I
you know,
reckon
you're a
that's-
bad guy, so you do that stuff all the time.
that's the
Karma.
case. Yeah.
Welp. I think this belongs. I think we should bring this over to town hall so my dad can stop complaining.
Okay. Whew. I lost y'all.
Probably
Right.
for the best.
Yes. I guess it does belong in the rightful hands of the people.
I mean, as
Arissa's just still painting.
I would love to be a homeowner in years of post Y2K, considering that the housing market is always going to go up and this is always going to appreciate in value. We should probably do the right thing.
This is why we play TTRPGs.
Yeah.
Own homes.
Have a
to own a
retirement plan.
home in
Yes.
2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, y'all, I don't know if I feel right taking that gold. That doesn't seem like it really belongs to us, you know?
Cool.
Also, I mean,
I
it
take
also would mean the curse would
Dibs
also
on Glaze Parsh.
I've made mistakes.
Well, or Kitty from behind you just says, I think that the gold was supposed to go to me and my little brother, but I think it could belong to you guys.
I mean, what does a ghost spend on gold? You need gold to buy anyway.
Well, that's what I mean. She stamps her foot. I don't need it.
You are a ghost.
Well,
you...
yeah, it's been 100 years since I died.
You've cracked the case.
I'm not a drug dealer.
So you're aware that you're... What does that mean? It's just this like far off look in his eyes.
Oh no, poor Clay. Existential crisis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we all divvy up the spoils and
There you go.
head that way, head out.
Yeah. And I say to the ghost, for what it's worth,
You can stop the BBEG.
For what it's worth, honesty with yourself is the first step towards everything.
Right. And that's how I know as long as I keep saying it, I'll eventually be able to fly.
You dear sweet summer child. Never give up on your dreams. And I just start walking up the stairs.
Walk on the stairs to the roof?
The what?
Should we maybe be putting locks on the stairs to the roof of Town Hall?
I think child-proofing a lot of that building would be advisable.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go to the stairs. I just climb up it. So.
I don't think we can. I don't think we can child-proof an axe kick.
Oh, jeez. Well, maybe when he dies, he can end up here with me, and then I'll have a friend.
Please, heroes never die.
The rest of you just walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Arrested just skates up the stairs.
Wait for me.
How?
Defies physics.
She's grinding up it like Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, she's doing it upwards.
Where does Arissa fit on the scale of ghost to drug dealer? If she
Well, I mean, she is kind of like some kind of sociopath. So.
Definitely drugs. Definitely drugs.
Definitely drugs.
But like steroids, not like...
All right. We all leave the house?
Yep.
Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we can't... We have flip phones, right?
Speak for yourself.
Do you?
In my dreams, maybe.
Do you take the packet to JC?
Yeah.
And tell them about what Lydia did. Tell them about what Lydia did to the house.
It's between her and Arissa.
Well, after you do that, they call another town meeting. Not that night, but another night. And they inform the BBEG Corporation that they will not be selling. They're not interested in them developing the land, although they think that maybe they will turn it into like a little park, but just but leave the mansion the way it is. Maybe make it a B&B or something. And JC, make sure that you guys know that you're always welcome. Lydia, on the other hand, is taking a small claims court. And
She mysteriously disappeared a few days later.
Yes. And you guys occasionally go visit Shirley, and you see Kitty now and then, but for the most part, she kind of just sticks to herself. What happens to you guys? Do you stop talking to each other because you no longer have a joint goal?
As the credits roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that Captain Crocodile broke his arm at least once jumping off City Hall.
But it's okay. He was told it grows back stronger.
Oh, good.
Broken bones.
Yeah.
Shirley hatched her babies.
Yep. I'd say that's probably what was happened. Like Captain Cracker, I can see it. I can see in his you know, like coming back again, arm in a sling. The cast has like has like a big CC and like a shield written around it.
Yes.
And he is just, and he's coming back and like, I see your baby's finally hatched, Shirley. We got a lot more to protect, but don't worry. Soon enough, they'll grow up and they'll continue they'll continue our team legacy. As he just starts kind of feeding all of it, he starts just putting down little pellets of food like that, and then he is like. After that, he's just like, all right, you can watch over your babies. I'll take patrol. As he does, he climbs up in a tree and does stand out of the tree, watching the park as people are going by, and just doing the ending of a superhero movie, just standing up there, arms on his hips, just
Utility
stand,
belt.
power pose, and just. He is trying well, he does that, but in the back he's trying to make his cape flow in the
Amazing.
What happens to Sterling?
Damien does not grow out of his goth phase. It wasn't a phase. Has been promoted to assistant manager at the Spicy Subject. As the years go by, he grows increasingly more disillusioned with the world.
Oh no.
Which is what at one time he thought impossible, but now it's just capitalism.
Yep.
At the age of 18, he gets on a bus and travels to an undisclosed town to perhaps set new roots.
Open his own Spicy Subject.
Franchising.
Yeah.
I was thinking temperate conversation.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Olivia, what happens to you?
I think I just use whatever section of Golden Riches I've been able to get my hands on, and invest in an even larger, even louder amp. to continue to blast outside of the town hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rage slightly against the machine.
I think Olivia and Sterling actually start texting though.
Ooh,
Maybe.
nice. Clay.
Well, Clay, I think with his newly acquired wealth, the price of gold being what it is, he's able to quit his job and have a little bit of a childhood with the remainder of his high school years.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he probably lives and eventually dies in the same town, but he keeps in touch with people as long as they want to.
Does he join up with the stoners?
Maybe.
At all?
Yeah, it depends. It depends. It's either them or the ghosts. So.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I thought we were heroes.
No, you either die
Yeah.
a drug dealer or you live long enough to be a ghost.
Big ghost.
Become a drug dealer.
Arisa. What
So
happened?
she continues her journey of making the town beautiful, but realized that it's not really working.
Oh no.
So she's like, well, I'm done with this town, and so she leaves. But she's already rich because her family, and also she has like some money from. So the rich just keep getting richer, I guess.
Yes.
Later down in life, she buys the BBEG, becomes the CEO.
Oh no.
And continues her journey of making the world more beautiful.
Excellent. I love it.
I do think to build off of that, every so often Clay sees one of those like old wooden flowers, and it's like half decrepit, but like some paint still sometimes on it, and
Yep.
he remembers the good old days.
Yes.
Yeah.
They never actually got rid of the wooden flowers
No.
or painted them.
Supposedly, years later, people have seen a few alligators in the pond, and they strangely have like lightning bolts painted on their sides.
And
Different colored capes and masks.
so often they see like masks and capes floating in the water, and they think, "Oh God, they finally got Jeffrey." But no, it's just because his babies keep taking off their masks and capes.
Yeah.
Does Jeffrey ever move up to like big city crime fighting, or?
He turns to kick-ass.
No, A-cap.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. I could eventually. I could see eventually. Maybe he definitely actually. You know what? To put this in maybe he grows up and he becomes a cosplayer.
Yes.
I like it. I like
There
it.
you go.
That's a
Yeah.
true fate.
So yeah, eventually he finds out. Oh my gosh, Santa Claus wasn't real. They weren't. He was right the first time. But now, I've had my experience. I can go, with the old cape and cowl, so I can just go around and go to conventions, show off unique, cool costumes. Perhaps maybe do the thing of visiting sick children in the hospital, like that.
Love that.
Doing a lot of like. In fact, no, I can even say that he dresses up and he does he'll give sandwiches to homeless people or find lost cats, kind of stuff like that, and does small hero work.
I know what happens. Jeffrey changes the fate of the world. He is there at the zoo when the little boy falls into Harambe's cage and charms Harambe so he never dies. You save the world.
Yeah. That happened in our backyard practically. So.
Oh no!
Yeah, we live in Ohio.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I like this reality better than the one that we're currently in.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm adding a little note. There's a couple of years later, after Sterling leaves town, a little pamphlet starts circulating called Captain Crocodile and his adventures.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right, I get royalties.
Nope. Awesome.
You'd have to reveal your secret identity at that point.
Oh, that can't happen. Well,
This was
scene.
awesome.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and just reintroduce who we are, and if you have anything you want to shout out, plug, have at it. We'll start with Zoob.
Yeah, Zoob.
Salutations, everyone. Creatures of the night. It is I, Zoob the Mad. I write horror, and check out our podcast, thebrokenlords.com.
Nice. Dane?
Yeah, my name's Dean Dane. I'm on Twitch. I'm a streamer. I'm also a DM or a GM, whatever you want to call it, storyteller for a lot of different systems. So yeah, look me up.
Nice. Not Arisa.
Dylan, yeah.
Dylan.
So yeah.
Damien, but that was on too.
Hey, I'm Dylan Rooks. I graduated from college recently in digital design and VFX. Basically, I like doing stuff in Maya, so trying to looking for a job or something like this soon. So if you need freelance work or whatever, call me up.
Nice. I am Joe.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Joe. I'm Joe. I am also a writer of horror as well. Quite a lot. I've got quite a few things, projects in the works. My biggest thing is I have written I've written a screenplay that I have entered in a variety of contests right now. The names of them are escaping me at the very moment, but a lot of them are happening in the summer and the fall. So keep an eye open. The screenplay is called The Enlightening. It's about basically like it's basically about a girl with like high anxiety disorder and kind of trying to going to a music festival and trying to get out of her shell, but then there's like this creature that kind of stalks her and her family and her friends, and she eventually does have to has to conquer her anxiety as help save everyone. Other thing I am working on, something I have been posting to Tumblr and other sites, is something called Bleak Winter. It is actually I'm posting this in chapters, and it is actually like an adaptation of a Kids on Bikes game that I GM'd and ran.
I was a part of.
Yeah. Dylan was in it as well. It takes place during December 2001. Is again small. If you like what you saw here, but maybe just a bit more on the horror side, I definitely just recommend checking it out. But a small town in the mountains with big mysteries going on, and it's winter, so it's cold and it's getting all snowy and things are slowly building up. It's something I am quite excited to do. The first the prologue is out now. You can just find it under Writing with Joe, writingwithjoe.com, on Tumblr, Super Charming one on Reddit. Reddit's gonna die soon, but that kind of stuff is out there. So just be on the lookout for that. Thank you.
Cool.
Yay! And Vi.
Right. My name is Violet or Rosie Ayres. And if you want to check out the literal one song that I've ever posted to the internet, you can find that at Sparkling Vinegar. Vinegar is spelled VYNEGAR, no caps or spaces, .bandcamp.com. Only one song there at the moment, but more to come.
Awesome. And I'm Ari. I am in the OD&D podcast and the OD&D podcast presents. And I enjoyed GMing for you guys.
You did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Very good.
You guys did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thanks, guys. Stay tuned. In about an hour, we will have Morkborg, which I had never heard of before. So this will be interesting.
So
It's supposed to be dark. So it's a good thing it's our after hours show.
Yay.
Yeah.
Right?
Go watch the Fools.
Also, check out because Dylan, Vi, and I will be doing Wanderhome at on Sunday.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
I play an old turtle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm playing a bear, so
Yeah.
I will be GMing, and I am not slightly terrified.
Support the kitties.
All
all
right.
right.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Yay.
Thanks.
Bye.